For my final project, I will be reviewing my top 5 NFL teams to win the Super Bowl this year for the 2022-2023 season. So at number 5, I have the Dallas Cowboys. Although many people might not consider them to be a Super Bowl team this year, I believe that they have some capability to do so with one of the better defenses in the NFL and an offense that can come into it and come into their own, score some points. Although they're not one of the top 4 teams which are better than them, I still do think that the Cowboys have a shot, but I'm a little pessimistic about them. For my number 4 team, I have the Cincinnati Bengals, who currently sit at an 8-4 record. I do believe that once they get going, because right now they have won their past 4 games in a row, and they've gotten hot recently. I think that if they can keep it up, then they can definitely give a push, and they definitely have a chance of beating any other team ahead of them on this list. Maybe minus my first team, which I'll talk about later, but definitely the other 2 I could see them beating. For my third team on this list, I have the Philadelphia Eagles, who currently sit at an NFL best record with 11-1. Some might say that number 3 is a little low for the Eagles, and I can understand why, but also at the same time, they've had a pretty easy schedule, I'm not going to lie. Although they do have a very well-rounded team, an MVP candidate in Jalen Hurts, an amazing offense, amazing defensive players. They are good, but I need to see more. I need to see them beat some really competitive teams like the top 2 I have on this list. So we'll see about them soon. For my second team on this list, I have the Kansas City Chiefs, who currently have a 9-3 record, also tied with the Cowboys, like I said before, and my number 1 team. All 3 of them have the same record, but my reasoning for Kansas City being second, obviously they're still an amazing team. They have arguably the best quarterback in Patrick Mahomes, the best tight end in Travis Kelce. Not the greatest defense, but their offense does put up the numbers, which is the main reason why they're such a great team. It's a very amazing offensive team. They have some talent at the receiver position, not like they had before with Tyreek Hill a year ago and years past with that situation where he was traded to Miami in the offseason. They no longer have him, but they're definitely one of the top teams in the NFL and do have a legit shot at winning the Super Bowl this year. But ultimately, I don't think that they will win it because of the first team on my list. Finally, the team that I have winning the Super Bowl for this year's NFL season is none other than the Buffalo Bills. Some might call me biased since I am a Bills fan myself, but after watching every game that this team has played this season, I have no doubt that they can win it all. They've dealt with a lot of adversity this year, with a lot of injuries, even to recently with Von Miller and his ACL injury, dealing with Tre'Davious White and his comeback from his ACL tear in the last NFL season, and then not to mention the countless other injuries that have occurred with some of our key players this year. But also, in years past, the Bills have been pretty close to winning the Super Bowl. Although they haven't been in it, they've come close. The road that they've taken has come close, but not enough to win it. And I think that this team is very hungry for a championship. I think that the talent is there. I think that there's no stopping them but themselves. Allen and Diggs, an amazing receiver and quarterback duo. The defense is very good. And this team is just very, very, very well-rounded. Watching as a Bills fan, it just makes me happy to see this team playing so well. And I think that they could win it all this year.